cooking. So first things first, wash my hands. I'm making Kalua Pork, and a lot of people always ask me what my Kalua Pork recipe is. I don't lie. Kalua Pork is like one of the easiest things to do, but always so delicious. Oh good, you're watching. And I do it in the Instapot. I used to do it in the slow cooker. Hey LeMay. This one's easy, I swear. It is so easy. And I'm going to show you my trick to making it really tasty. But literally, it is the easiest recipe because it's 3 ingredients. Technically 4 if you, technically 4 if you decide that you are going to do the banana leaves. So your ingredients are some kind of pork. Pork shoulder, pork butt. I like the pork butt just because it's got more marble, more fat on it, and it's much tastier and tender. So I'm doing this a little bit different because I have downsized my Instapot because there's only 2 of us, and 6 quarts of Instapot Kalua Pork was insane. So I've downsized to the 3 quart. So we have to modify this recipe because trying to get all that pork up in there is really tough. So what I did was, I don't know if you can see it, but I have chopped up, or at least cubed up in gigantic cubes, my pork. Okay. The other ingredient is some kind of salt. Don't use like regular table salt. It just doesn't taste right. I am doing a little bit of a blend. This is Hawaiian sea salt. It's the red one. And I'm fancy because I put it in my salt grinder because I really like the taste of this. If you're not a salt snob, like we are apparently, there is a little bit of a different acidity in salt. So you kind of have to figure out what you like. Like to me, pink Himalayan salt is not very salty, but it's perfect when you want something kind of salty but delicate. This is Hawaiian. So imagine that. And then, again, salt snobs. Look, I put my salt in a salt grinder. This is Chilean sea salt, and this is thanks to Steve Dale, one of Hans's work buddies, who gets this and swears by it, and it is amazing on meats. Amazing. I don't know what the magic sauce is in this, but so I'm mixing the 2. Enough about the salt. 3rd ingredient, liquid smoke. Okay, so this is for us mainlanders, city dwellers who cannot dig a 6-foot stone ground oven to immerse our entire pig in the ground and cook with lava rock. This is our cheat. So here's the easy part. About 5 pounds of pork butt, pork whatever. About a tablespoon, give or take, depending on your sodium intake. I went a little shy because I always seem to be heavy-handed with salt, and I like the taste of my pork. And a tablespoon of this. This is it, people. Basics. Now, if you want to go extra, you go to the Asian market. In the frozen section, they sell this. Banana leaves. So, for anyone who has cooked with these, banana leaves are awesome. They're the Asian version of corn husks. I don't know how else to explain it, but like you want your meat, whatever it is, to be juicy and not dried out. This is like Asian parchment paper. This stuff's magic. And it comes in the frozen section. It's not that expensive. If you've got a banana tree, hey people, thanks for joining. So this is Asian parchment paper. Works amazing. So it can be plates. We've used these as plates. What else? My grandmother used to wrap rice cake up in this because that's just the way that we do this. And I will tell you, using the Instant Pot is amazing because I don't know about you, but wherever you are, it's becoming summer. And it's too hot to even think about cooking in the kitchen. Grab, I don't know, a couple sheets. Oh, it smells so delicious. A couple sheets. They don't have to be perfect because they're kind of torn and janky. We're just using it to line our pot. So I'm trying to find some pieces that are kind of reasonable. And then what I'll do with the rest of this package, I'm going to freeze it because I'm that girl. Because I'm going to use it again. These refreeze great. So it's not like if you refreeze it, it's going to be kind of gross. So, and you can take scissors and cut them to size, however you're going to cut them. But you can see I've grabbed a few pieces. Not that many, but, and I probably went overboard because I don't know what this is going to look like. But what I'm going to do is cold water. I'm rinsing these. Let me turn you. Hey, Knots! What's up? I don't know if you can see this. Okay. Anyways, I'm rinsing these just because I don't know what's on them. Honestly, they're a little slimy. So I just rinse them and get all the stuff off of them. Some people do them in hot water to make them softer. Your choice. I'm just rinsing them, washing them. Okay. So this is a little bit of a different take than what I used to do, but oh wait, it's time for this. This is not one of the required ingredients, but you know, I'm cooking, so it is tonight. I'm having just a little bit. Oh, still good. Okay, so I have my pork all chopped up. Dump the salt. Dump the liquid smoke. I know it doesn't look like it's a lot, but trust me, it's plenty. Now I'm just going to massage the heck out of this. That's all I'm doing. I swear this is this easy. I know it sounds really gross and weird, but I'm just doing, honey, you're in the middle of my shot.
There we go.
He's recording this, by the way. He's not recording you guys, he's recording me. And I can't see one dang thing anyone is saying, so I have my glasses on. Okay, so, well incorporated. And what I'm going to do is, let me rinse my hands, because, wash my hands, because I touched meat. So we're going to let that sit for a minute. I'll be honest with you, it's easier to cut up the pork before, when it's cold, just because it's easier to manipulate. But you want it to sit for a little bit. Okay, so again, Filipino Asian parchment paper. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm lining the bottom of my Instapot, creating a little basket here. I used to do this with like actual tie it up into a package to seal it. And I'll be honest with you, that was the hardest thing to do. Because taking it out of there, it just was the hottest thing ever. So, yeah, this is much easier. So I'm giving it a nice good layer just because these are going to shrink up a little bit. Not a lot, but it will shrink up a little bit. And I'm trying to give it a nice good layer on the bottom. What will happen with the banana leaves, ooh, if you guys could see it, what will happen with the banana leaves, it kind of gives this really just earthy taste to it. So thus the reason to do banana leaves. I feel like it tastes more like it was cooked in the ground than not. So, okay. So you can see I've done a number of banana leaves, kind of thick on the bottom. And then all I'm going to do is put the meat in. This is it. I swear this is it. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Literally, this is all I'm doing. Ooh. That's kind of towards the top. Okay. So, nice and solidly packed in there. I'm going to fold it over. I'm folding it over. I'm going to take some more banana leaves. Oh, look, I just did enough. Get out. It was just enough. Shut the front door. Oh, I'm excited. And I'm just going to seal it up. So, for those of you who are not familiar with an Instapot and familiar with a slow cooker, slow cooker will take 14 hours. No one got time for that. I want to eat Kalua pork now. This will probably take about an hour and a half. And yeah, it'll be like 9 o'clock by the time we're done. Sorry, babe, it's going to be late. I have a backup plan. But it'll be some loveliness. Okay, so that's my... Hey, Audrey, I'm cooking Kalua pork in my Instapot. So it's all packed up. It's really close to the top, but kind of doing this whole package thing with the banana leaves makes it really solid. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to that little guy. And for those of you who are empty nesters or have small families, 3-quart Instapot is the way to go. So, wait, let me bring you guys. Can I bring you guys? You want to come? Okay. So, Hans made rice. Old school. I think Mom taught you that. Did Mom teach you how to do that? Oh, I did? Oh. Okay. Do you do the finger measurement thing? Oh. You still do the, like, measure 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of water. Mm-hmm. Kind of thing. Okay. Literally, sucker there. For those of you who have not used an Instapot, and you can tell mine is well loved, there's this little doohickey at the top. And literally it says venting and sealing. You want to seal it. It plays its magic tune. And then we are going to pressure cook. And I want 23 minutes. We want high at about 2 hours. 2. Okay. So it's 2 hours once the pressure gets up there. So that's the thing you have to remember with Instapots, is that now that it's signaling that it's on, that doesn't mean it's already pressurized. So it takes about 10-15 minutes to to get it up to pressure. And then there's two different ways with Instant Pots. You can either release the steam immediately, or you could do it natural. Either way, just depends on how anxious you are to get to your food. I like to wait a little bit just to kind of let everything settle. So I'll wait 5-10 minutes. Usually it takes about 20 minutes for the steam to release naturally. I'll wait 5-10 minutes, and then what I'll do is I'll take one of these, and then I will use that to help release and lift the steam off. So that'll be ready in 2 hours. I will post a picture. Y'all know where to find me if you have any questions. That's it. That's Kalua Pork. For reals, that is Kalua Pork. Hi, me again. Okay, so you can see this has been sitting here for 20 minutes now. So most of the pressure should be out, but just to be safe, what I do is I take a wooden spoon. Okay. If there was any residual pressure in here, that would have, if I had turned it with my hand, it would have steamed. So just to be safe. So let me get a couple of things here, because this is going to make a mess. Okay, so you know you're standing right on my light. Can you see me okay? Okay, so if you remember, I put this nice blanket of banana leaves on here, and for those of you, if you didn't know, this is what you do with your cover. Just saying. Okay, so using my tongs, and I'm just using this to pull out the banana leaves, and you can see there's my pork. Oop. So this is pretty hot. No matter what you do, it's going to be hot, but you could kind of see there is this nice big clump of meat in the middle, and it should be tender. You could kind of see as I'm kind of playing with it, it's starting to come apart. And we can leave the bottom half of that, but I'm just gonna start shredding it up. And you could see this is 2 hours on my Instapot, and you could see that I can shred this really, really easily. I'm not even using a fork, but let me just grab one real quick. And it's helpful when it's a gigantic fork. And this is really it. So the nice thing about Kalua Pork that we found out is you can Kalua Pork and cabbage, of course, but there's no cabbage. I mean, we can add cabbage now. I like to keep it plain just because you can make Kalua Pork tacos, you can make Kalua Pork sliders, you can make Kalua Pork fried rice, all of the things that I can't eat right now because I'm doing keto, but Kalua Pork is always a nice base. So I might make some Kalua Pork cauliflower fried rice tomorrow with this, but this is really it. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Do you want to take a taste? I think you do. It's hot. It's like super hot. don't burn your mouth.
Tender. Very tender. Very good.
This is why I like doing the banana leaves, because it just keeps all of that moisture in there and makes it nice and juicy. I'm sure that there are pieces that are at the bottom, but I could tell you chopping it up really makes it easier to get the Kalua pork kind of shredded versus one big chunk, which is what I used to do. So anyways, we're gonna finish shredding this up and then pack it away for dinner for tomorrow. Lunch, breakfast, whatever it may be. Okay, signing off.